Hey guys, Grimm here. I've decided to try out a new editing software as well as file save options for upload to YouTube. The first video I uploaded, um, well, the video was great on my machine, nice sharp edges like this thing's supposed to here and everything, but when it was uploaded, all the edges on everything became blurry. So for me to test that out, I decided to record a clip uh, showing you the world that I normally play on. Now, this isn't just a single player world. This is actually my multiplayer world, created for me and my buddy Greg, and he hasn't been on Minecraft in quite some time. He's got other things going on right now, so he's not really around. But everything I'm about to show you, I've done myself. Yeah, that's pretty much my whole life's worth right there. I've gone through quite a few diamonds on picks and swords, trying to get Silk Touch on picks and Looting 3 on swords. Which I found out, I looked up the probabilities, and you're more likely to get Fortune 3 on an iron sword than you are any other type of sword. So that's good to know if you'd like to know that. Over here I just got my tools and torches and buckets and saplings, and that's really my other important stuff there. I just got miscellaneous blocks in here. I had a bunch of cobblestone up here and I've used it all. I think I cooked it all up to make stone bricks. Um, and this might just my miscellaneous blocks. I got all that glass there because I need to cover up my rail line in the nether to my other portal that leads to the stronghold. I actually just killed the dragon in here not long ago. And I want to, the stronghold is like, let's see here. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Facing, stronghold is like 10 to 15 minutes in that direction. So that's a long way to go. And I want to be able to get back to the end because I'm going to create an Enderman grinder in the end for XP and Ender Pearls. So I created another nether portal to link up in the nether to link and go to the stronghold. And I have a rail line going to, I just need to cover the top of it with glass so I don't get gas shooting at me all the time. There's all my farmables. I have a ton of bones and arrows. I have a skeleton grinder right over there. I was fortunate to have one right by my house practically. Um, so when I defeated the Ender Dragon, I was wearing my diamond gear and my good sword. These slabs here are for when I block out from the main landmass in the end, because we're going to have to be out over void away from the main landmass so that everything that spawns won't spawn on the landmass itself. So, you know, I got a trash can down here, and I actually got this idea from Vex. I'll link to him in the description below. But there's lava down there. So whenever I get something that is genuinely unuseful to me, I throw it in here. You know, when that gets filled up, I'll just break it. Everything will go in the lava, be destroyed. Yay me. I got my enchanting stuff set up here. I got my brewing stuff over here, and item frames just came out with 1.4. So, you know, I've got Nether Wart up there to show what's inside this brew stand. I got redstone up there. I need to go get more blaze rods at some point. I found a blaze spawner, and I wrapped the area up so that when a blaze spawns, it's only in that one spot, in that one room for me to kill it in. So, and here in the early map, early on, I created a random spawn area. There's a giant room over there, and another one over there, and they both feed into here. The problem with it was I didn't have any of the cave systems lit up really yet, so it didn't stop the spawning in cave systems to increase the numbers here. Slaughter supplies, gotta have a bone in there. So, you know, I've been lighting up the cave systems here lately, so that won't be a problem much longer. Down here's where I do all my mining. I go down here and I just branch out. And actually I started making a mass storage area here. This is all opened up for chests. And I'm sure this will probably be either much larger by the time I'm done, or multiple levels. I'm not sure yet. But I'm not going to show you the mining down there. It's just a lot of the same thing. over here, I got bored one day and I kind of just hollowed this out. Should I be lazy and not want to go outside to get a tree? You know, I got one right here. And there happens to be a ravine directly under the house. All of the ravine down that way is all explored. Back here, though, there's a lot of other cave systems that interlace with the ravine itself. So I've been in the process of exploring those and getting them lit up. This minecart track doesn't really go anywhere. I'll elaborate more on that when we get outside. So, actually, I'm going to take this. Oh, I don't have a minecart there. Never mind. So yeah, let's just, let's go out this way. Is there a spider on the roof or is that down below? It's down below. That minecart just comes out. It goes down, takes off that way, and it actually hits the extreme hills area. And I made that before I started my mining down beneath. That's originally where I was going, blah. That's originally where I was going to dig in to the extreme hills area to get emeralds. Well, I actually dug far enough out that I'm in the extreme hills environment in my mining already, so that's rendered useless. I'm going to take it apart. I could use all that track. My original farm is over here, and it's actually expanded quite a bit. So, you know, I got potatoes here, carrots, wheat, sugarcane. I automated the melons, so, you know, you flip the switch, boom, you just walk through and pick it up. So it's very convenient. And I was toying around with an automation system for harvesting everything else for farming. And I got a small version of it up top there. And I'll actually go over here and show you a more somewhat complete version. This one still needs updated yet. I'm probably just going to tear it all down because part of it's in water and it would be too much of a hassle to update. So 1 block of water hydrates 4 blocks in any direction from itself, and if a block isn't hydrated, then the seeds are going to pop out really. So that's why that only goes for 4 blocks, because there's water underneath those planks. Lovely. What I didn't realize at the time is that that block of water there also hydrates 4 blocks from it down here. Oh yeah, I need to till that. I'm a bit tired right now, don't mind me. So really, this row of blocks here needs to come over 2 blocks, and then I would have 2 more blocks of product here. To do that, I would have to move my entire row of pistons back, as well as the redstone back, and I would have to box in a lot more underwater than what currently is. So I'm not going to mess with that. I'll probably just harvest it one last time, tear it all apart, harvest all the redstone, the repeaters, the pistons, and everything. But the pistons are powered right now actually, so they're up. And I did that with a redstone torch, and that lever leads to the redstone torch. When you trip that lever, it turns the redstone torch off, killing the power to the pistons. They drop, and the water flows past. I got a little x-ray machine here. Glitches out the block so that you can see all the cave systems around you. So yeah, there's my stairs down, there's my branches. Cave systems I've lit up, as well as a bunch of cave systems I haven't. So I got a lot of work ahead of me for that. But let's go ahead and head over this way. Also new with 1.4 was the anvils. Now with an anvil, if you don't already know, you can take an enchanted item, and if it's about to break, you can repair it so it doesn't break, and it'll last a lot longer for you. The anvils do degrade though. I've used this one a couple times. And you might be asking why I used pistons here instead of doors. Getting two doors to operate off a button was giving me a headache, really. So the pistons were just a lot easier, so I just used those. What on earth? Oh, that's where I was showing Greg something when he logged on for like 5 minutes. But this is a random mob spawner. There's 3 layers in here, and each layer is 8 by 8 with water running down the sides. And you know, when I built that, I didn't have cave systems lit up yet either. But if I plan to keep this, I'm going to have to go back through and place half slabs to stop spiders from spawning inside there. If I don't keep it, I'll tear it all down, and I'll probably build it up higher to give fall damage as well. Build a better version with the half slabs already in it. Let's put them down right there, and they take a nice little water ride down here. Or I just step down here and give them what for. The cactus is there for spiders, which in hindsight, you know, spiders can't even get down there to the cactus. So that was an awesome job by me. Up here I got all my pigs. Got a whole pig farm up here. And new with 1.4 also, pigs are now lured around and made to breed with carrots instead of wheat. And chickens, actually, they changed that to they are led around and bred with seeds now. I'll go over here first. I was also lucky in the fact that I have a village right next to my house. So that is definitely a plus. I've done a lot of terraforming out here. Originally about 5 blocks up here, there was a large hill that went all the way down to that oak tree. And it was from that walkway, middle of that walkway, over to about that building. And it was just huge. So I took it all out, and I actually filled in the area over there and created my tree farm. This is where I threw my first ender pearl looking for the stronghold, and I marked with torches which way it went. I don't know what that's from. Hey, I can do that too. Mine's gonna hurt more. This is where all my nether wart is. And inside those towers at the bottom, I have a block of water for harvesting. Now, perhaps you can do me a favor here. I'm not happy with the way this roof area turned out, but I can't think of anything to do with it. I don't like it being so flat like this. If you have any suggestions, by all means, let me know in the comments. If I find one I like, I'll go ahead and alter the roof here. I'll make a video for it, and I'll give you a shout out in the video. So leave in the comments, you know, what you think I should do with the roof here. That would be great. But you come in here, and I actually saw this a setup similar to this. It may be exact. I'm not sure. It's probably, I think it's just similar though, to this on one of the YouTubers that I watch. His name's Etho, but he's not the one who constructed it. I believe someone else constructed it. I'm not sure who. But he's on a multiplayer server called Mindcrack. I'll leave a link to Etho in the description. But yeah, you flip this switch, and in the corner over here on both sides, that block backs out of the way. Water comes out here, harvesting this, pushing it all to the center and down here at the end. So it's a quick harvest. And I'm not going to do it right now because I don't really feel like replanting at all. That was also done with a relay, so to speak. The redstone torch hooked to a lever. So the pistons are actually powered right now. And we'll go over here. I think my minecart's in here. Oh, you stopped moving. There we go. And we'll see if we can get past these. Over here's my skeleton grinder. I built this tower just to envelop this. It was an eyesore. It really was. I haven't finished it. The floor is going to go all the way to the top, and I'm going to create a room at the top inside of the roof whenever I actually do the roof. But you come down here, and the rail cart, yeah, the minecart rail I was going to ride comes out here. So we'll actually take this back here in a minute. But the spawner is back there, about 8 blocks down. I rigged it up with lights so I can stop all the spawning. Because when I was doing all my terraforming up there, skeletons would keep spawning, and when they're sitting here and they just keep racking up, waiting to die, they get pretty loud and obnoxious. So I wired that so I can control their spawning. Whenever they drop a bow, it's usually close to breaking, and I keep repairing them, throwing them in there. I don't know why. I'll be lucky if I even use up the one I'm on. All their arrows I got there other than my other blocks, as well as the bones. So let's go ahead and take a little minecart ride. Is the sound going to work this time? Of course not. Since they added the new sounds, the minecart sound hasn't worked proper for me, not even once. And It just sounds horrible. That's all there is to it. What am I leaving out? I believe that was too fast. It was way too fast. I'm leaving something out. Oh, don't want to go out there yet. Actually, I'll go show you my early... Are you serious? Is there a skeleton or there's a spider up here, isn't there? Go away, dude. Thank you. I'll go show you some of the early points on the map, as well as when I was toying around with, I'm gonna go out here and the creeper's gonna be here, you watch. Close enough. Don't do it! Oh. Sucker. You know, I better grab that. Some OCD people are gonna be going insane if I don't. That's where I first dug in. For a while actually, because it took forever to find some sheep to get wool for a bed to reset my spawn. So yeah, that's where I first dug in. There's my mushroom farm is in there. But here's where I first started toying around with the idea of that auto harvest over there. Oh, when you flip that, you know, they drop down, and I got it set up here so the water actually pushes them right into the middle. Over here is a larger version I planted with wheat. Now this we'll go ahead and set off just, you know, because it's fun. I mean, it's not already, and you saw how much wheat I have and how many seeds I have. I don't need any of this. So I'm really not concerned with picking this up at all. But it's fun to watch. Whee! Okay, well, okay, maybe I will pick it up. I don't know, sometimes I just don't like leaving stuff lay. Bang. You know what, I'll go ahead and replant this just to get this out of my inventory. So what else can I talk about while I do this? Not quite sure. So you know what that means? I'll stop doing that. Let's head back over here. The actual spawn location for the server is right up here. I actually spawned in, I believe it was on this block here. So it was real convenient because I set up close to the spawn point to begin with, but it was real convenient having that skeleton spawner there. We already got some melons popping. And I'm forgetting something. What is it? Covered that, covered that, covered the netherwort, covered the spawner. Well, there is the house, but that's kind of self-exclamatory. Where's my house? I covered the pigs, and in hindsight I should have made the rail line go underground here, but, you know, I had the rail line there first. After I got the stairs, after I got that all done, dug down, made it meet up properly, figured out the steps and everything, put the torches in, stepped back, then I said, you know what, I should have made the rail line go underneath. So that was, you know, awesome planning on my part. Actually, I like my bridge here, especially over here. It reminds me of like an ancient Roman aqueduct. I like it. If you don't like it, well, tough. It's mine. Oh, my village over here. I had a bunch of slimes spawning in over here. Oh, that's why I can't run. Maybe I should eat something. You know, before I start like dying. There was a bunch of slimes spawning in over here. And I started laying out the grid system for the chunks, because originally slimes could only spawn in a certain chunk, which was like less than 10% of all chunks. And a chunk is 16 by 16 from the 0, 0 position of the XY coordinates on a server, on a map. So I started laying out, I did the math, and I started laying out the chunks around here to figure out which chunk they were spawning in. And I still couldn't figure it out for the life of me. There was a lot of slimes, and it's, you know, it's not normal to see that many slimes, like above ground. So I looked up slime spawning again, and they changed it with the 1.4 patch. With 1.4 now, slimes can spawn anywhere in a swamp biome at night. So that really made slimes a lot easier to get slime balls. So, I'm glad for that, because now I don't have to take the time to make a slime spawn area just for slimes, because I really didn't want to hollow out an entire chunk from level 40 all the way down to, like, I don't know, level 5, because I would go all the way down just in the hopes of finding more diamonds. But, that really helped me out. That's why you saw so many slime balls in my brewing chest. I don't, come to think of it, I don't know why they're in my brewing chest. I don't believe they're used in brewing. Oh no, to make magma cream with blaze powder. That's why they're in there. So that is my place in a nutshell. And I still feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. By the way, this chest is coal, a little bit of rail, and this chest over here is miscellaneous. If I get something that doesn't really fit into a category over there, I throw it in here. I throw it in here just as miscellaneous stuff, really. Once in a while there's some things that get kind of mixed up, and it makes me think that Greg was on here. So that's my world. If you liked the video, a like would be appreciated. If not, I'm sorry. Tough. So I will see you in the next video. And enjoy.